Good morning students, welcome back to the physics class. Today our topic is comparison of EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. Comparison of EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. Okay, we should take two cells, this cell having one EMF and this cell having one EMF. These two EMFs we should compare. I will take two cells, this is one cell and this is one cell. This is having some EMF and this is also having some EMF. We are comparing these two EMFs with a potentiometer. Otherwise by the use of a potentiometer. Already I explained yesterday potentiometer. Now this is our today's topic. Okay. So first of all I would like to explain construction of this diagram. Okay, so first here I will tell you some points, so please remember that points. First point, to compare the EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. Our heading only. First point what? To compare the EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. That is the first point. And second point, before explaining the second point, just I will tell you the names of our diagram. This is the battery, BT, you know already. This is the key. I think this also you know. Before only I told yesterday's topic. Now this is the galvanometer, this is the high resistance box, and this is the jockey. Here you are seeing newly the term. Newly the symbol is this one. This is the dp-dt switch. What is the name of this one? dp-dt switch. dp-dt switch. This name is dp-dt switch. dp-dt means D means double, P means pole. Again D means double, T means throw. dp-dt means double pole, double throw switch. Okay, dp-dt means double pole, double throw switch. That is the name of that switch. Okay, now I will explain about that construction of this diagram. Our second point, the potentiometer wire. The potentiometer wire CD. The potentiometer wire CD. This is the potentiometer wire as I explained yesterday's topic. The potentiometer wire CD is connected with a battery. The potentiometer wire is connected with a battery and a key in series format. A potentiometer wire is connected with a battery and a key in a series format, and this is called as the primary circuit. Yesterday I told you already, this is the primary circuit. This is the second point. What is the second point? This potentiometer wire is connected with battery and key in a series format. So this is called as the primary circuit. Primary circuit. Okay. Now next one is here one end of the potentiometer wire. This is the potentiometer wire, we know already. This is the one end of the potentiometer wire and this is another end of the potentiometer wire. One end of the potentiometer wire is connected with one terminal of dp-dt switch. Once again I will tell. One end of the potentiometer wire C. One end of the potentiometer wire C is connected with one of the terminal of the dp-dt switch M. One end of the potentiometer wire is connected to one end of the dp-dt switch. What is that end? M. Okay, and the another end N. The another end N of the dp-dt switch is connected with jockey. Another end of the dp-dt switch N is connected with jockey through galvanometer and high resistance box. Third point, one end of the potentiometer wire is connected to one end of the DP-DT switch. What is that end? M. Another end of the DP-DT switch N. This is the one end. This is the another end. The another end of the DP-DT switch N is connected with jockey J through galvanometer and high resistance. This end is connected with a jockey. Okay, we know. But in between jockey and end of the DP-DT switch, what is there? Galvanometer and high resistance box. So how I am telling you is, this another end of the DP-DT switch N is connected with a jockey through galvanometer and high resistance box. That is the third point. Okay. Now fourth point is this is the DP-DT switch, right? This is the DP-DT switch. Okay. Let us arrange the two electric cells. Let us arrange the two electric cells. The two electric cells having EMFs E1 and E2. Fourth point. Let us arrange two electric cells. These two cells having EMFs E1 and E2. Let us arrange two electric cells. These two cells having EMFs E1 and E2, where we are arranging these two electric cells in DP-DT switch. Here I am arranging electric cell, one electric cell. Here I am arranging one electric cell. So this EMF E1, this EMF E2. Why I arranged the electric cells here? What is our question? Compare the EMF of two cells, correct? So I have to compare two electric cells EMFs. So for that purpose, I arranged two electric cells. The two electric cells having EMFs E1 and E2. This is the fourth point. I hope you are understanding point by point. So this is the fourth point. Let us arrange, otherwise let us consider two electric cells. These two electric cells having EMFs E1 and E2. These two are connected with a DP-DT switch. These two are connected with a DP-DT switch. Okay, and this positive terminal of the cell is connected to M1. This negative terminal of the cell is connected to N2. This positive terminal of the cell is connected to M2 and this negative terminal of the cell is connected to N2. Okay, finally this cell is connected to DP-DT switch and this cell also connected to DP-DT switch. What is the ends? M1, N1. This cell ends M2, N2. Don't confuse here. You can note down this one. Let us arrange two electric cells. These two electric cells having EMF C1 and E2. Okay. These two cells are connected with a DP-DT switch. That's it. And final one. The positive terminals of the positive terminal of the battery, and positive terminals of the cell. The positive terminal of the battery is this one. Positive terminal of the cells. This is the one cell, and this is the positive terminal of the one cell. And this is the positive terminal of the second cell. Correct. Suppose this is the first cell and this is the second cell. This is the positive terminal and this is the positive terminal. So these both positive terminals are connected with a end of the potentiometer wire, and the battery positive terminal also connected with a end of the potentiometer wire. So listen how I am telling. The positive terminals of the battery and cells are connected with one end of the potentiometer wire. This battery positive terminal is connected one end of the potentiometer wire. This is the potentiometer wire. This is the end, we know. At the same time, battery positive terminal is connected and cells. This is also connected to one end of the potentiometer wire. So our fifth point is what? The positive terminals of the battery and the electric cells are connected with a one end of the potentiometer wire. That is the fifth point. Okay, this is the construction about this potentiometer. This is the construction about this potentiometer. Now we should see what we are doing in this situation. How we are comparing the two electric cells. Now we should discuss. That is nothing but a working. So working of the potentiometer. Okay. Working of see here. So this is the DP-DT switch. This is the DP-DT switch. This DP-DT switch having two electric cells. Two electric cells. The two electric cells having EMFs E1, E2. These two EMFs we have to compare, correct? So E1, E2 we have to compare. Now what I am going to do is, this is the DP-DT switch one end M and this is the DP-DT switch one end N. Now in that working, the first point of the working, what I am doing is, this DP-DT switch, this is the one end M and this is the one end N. I will compress this DP-DT switch towards the terminals M1 and N1. Listen, this is the terminal M, this is the terminal N. Now what I am doing is, I am compressing these two ends towards the M1 and N1 terminals like this. Whenever you are compressing these two ends will go and add M1. So how it will add? Suppose this is the N1, it will go and add like this. This is the N, it will go and add like this. Whenever this is the terminal M and this is the terminal N, before it won't add, correct? So now what I am doing is, I am compressing this DP-DT switch towards the terminals M1 and N1. So whenever you are compressing, this end will add to N, this end also will add to M1. This M will be add to N1, this N will be add to N1. Compressed, I am compressing this switch, I am compressing this side. Okay, so now when you are compressing that DP-DT switch towards the first cell, what happened here? This electric cell is connected to secondary circuit. This is the primary circuit, already we know. This is the secondary circuit, correct? So whenever you are compressing this DP-DT switch towards the first cell, this cell is connected with secondary circuit. See, this cell is connected with secondary circuit. When this cell is connected with the secondary circuit, by adjusting the jockey to measure the balancing length, I told you already yesterday's class how to measure the balancing length. What we are going, whenever this electric cell is connected to the secondary circuit, by the adjustment of jockey we can find the balancing length. How? By the use of jockey. I will place here. This galvanometer will show some reading. Jockey I will keep on moving like this. One particular point, galvanometer shows zero deflection. At that particular time, I will stop the jockey on the potentiometer wire. That I will be indicate that is the balancing length L. Correct? I told you already yesterday. So, but here I am indicating balancing length L1. I am telling you again. to compress the dp-dt switch towards the first cell. Okay, that time the first cell is connected with secondary circuit. In this time, by adjusting the jockey, we can find the balancing length. How I told you, this jockey is the movable part, correct? This jockey is the movable part. I will place the jockey here. Continuously I will move like this jockey. One particular point, this galvanometer shows zero deflection. At that time, I will stop. At that particular point, I will stop the jockey. There, I will give some length from this end to here. So this here L1 is the balancing length. You have doubt, master, why you are taking here itself balancing length? I want to take here. Take it, no problem. You want to? Jockey is moving like this. Jockey is moving like this and like this. At this point, galvanometer shows zero deflection. Means okay, this is the balancing length. No problem. This is the balancing length. Okay, now that time this is L1. This is L1. This is a theory topic. Please try to listen carefully, point by point, what happening here. Okay. So this is the balancing length. How we found the balancing length here? By the use of jockey. Correct. By the use of jockey. Now I found the balancing length here from the principle of potentiometer. From the principle of potentiometer. What is the principle? Electric cell is directly proportional to length. Here, what is the cell EMF for E1? So E1. Here, what is the balancing length? L1. From the principle, E is directly proportional to L. E means EMF, L means balancing length. Here, E means EMF means what is that here? E1. Balancing length means L1. So both are directly proportional. Now what I am doing is E1. I am changing this expression from directly proportional to equal. So here is equal to, whenever we are converting directly proportional to equal format, we should take some constant, correct? So here I am taking the constant I into R. L1 is L1 only. So give equation number 1. In working, this is the first point. What I did, just in the dp-dt switch, I compressed it towards the first cell. That time I found balancing length by the use of jockey. Okay, I found balancing length. Then after that, what I did, from the principle of potentiometer, E1 is directly proportional to L1. Okay, so I wrote like this type. Now second one, in the working, second point is, next one, I will disconnect this dp-dt switch from first cell. I will disconnect this dp-dt switch from first cell. Then I will compress this dp-dt switch towards the second cell. Downside. These two will move. I will compress the two ends in downside. So whenever you are compressing downside, this end will move and add downside, and this end will add to downside. This time, which cell is connected in secondary circuit? Second cell. First time dp-dt switch is compressed top, so it is connected to first cell. Second time dp-dt switch is compressed to down. Down means towards the second cell, so it is connected to second cell. Okay, now second cell is connected with secondary circuit. How? This like this. This is the secondary circuit. This is disconnected. Okay, same procedure. This time also I can find the balancing length by the use of jockey. Okay, this time E2 is connected in the cell, in the secondary circuit. That E2 is connected with secondary circuit, correct? Okay, then that time I am going to find the balancing length. So this time this jockey shows the reading here. This jockey shows the reading here itself. First of all I will keep the jockey here. After reaching the jockey here, it is showing 0 deflection. So this is the jockey. So what is the balancing length here? This is the balancing length. Here at this point galvanometer is showing 0 deflection. At this point galvanometer is showing 0 deflection. That means this is the balancing length. Where the galvanometer, at what point the galvanometer is showing the 0 deflection, there you can keep point J. You can keep the point J, that is the balancing length. Okay, master. Here I will keep the jockey here. I will continuously keep on moving. At here, the galvanometer is showing 0 deflection. What I will do? Yeah, you can keep the point J here. You can keep the point J here. This is the jockey. So you can keep the point J here. This is the balancing length. Okay. So where the galvanometer shows the 0 deflection, when your jockey is keep on moving on the potentiometer wire, when the jockey is keep on moving on the potentiometer wire, at that time galvanometer shows 0 deflection in one particular point. At that point you can keep the point J, that is the balancing length. Okay. So same here. Now this is the balancing length. From the principle of potentiometer, from the principle of potentiometer, what is the principle? E is directly proportional to L. EMF is directly proportional to balancing length. We know that. Correct. So E means what is the? E means EMF, L means balancing length. In our circuit, what is the E means? E2. So E2 directly proportional to, in this case, in this circuit, what is the balancing length? L2. So in the place of L, L2. Again, E2. In this directly proportional, I am converting to equal format. So is equal to, I am taking the constants I into R into L2 is L2 only. Give equation number 2. Okay, so this is the equation 1 and this is the equation 2. Now, from equation 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, I am writing 1 divided by 2. From equation 1 and 2, I am writing that based on the two equations I am writing